Hey guys, come on in. See me hanging out at Top City Field now, celebrating the Mets series win against the Angels. They're few and far between so far this year, so we're gonna enjoy it while it lasts. All right. Finally won a series. It's been a minute. So all right, right now after 34 games, Mets are 12-22. Still worst record in baseball, but now that April is behind us, hopefully we can. I think a realistic goal is just to have a winning month of May here. I think we played 28 games this month, almost every day. It's like 3 off days. So, hey, 16, 16 and 12 would be great. Something like that. Even 15 and 13. We just have to do better than we did in April. We got some ground to make up. Uh, in the division and in the wild card, but we're still sitting there. Worst record in major leagues right now. But hey, let's talk about the good stuff. So, just beat the Angels, took 2 out of 3 at their field. Mets won the first game 4-3. Lost the second game, also was scored a 4-3 in 10 innings. We lost. I'm going to talk a lot about that one. And then you saw today, Mets took the series with a 5-1 victory. Nice way to end the weekend. All right, talk about game one. Christian Scott, he started his first start back after that semi-disaster last time out. He was just called back up due to, I think it was simultaneous with Senga getting sent on the injured list. Pretty sure that's what happened, but yeah, so Scott went 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, only 2 were earned. The 2 earned were off a Jorge Soler home run, 2-run home run, and then the other run occurred when he hit Neto with the pitch. He stole second, then was stealing third, and Alvarez tried to throw him out, threw the ball into the outfield, and he ended up scoring there. That was the 3 runs for the Angels. We scored in the 6th on Bichette, singles by Bichette and Soto. Alvarez knocked him in with a single, and then Semien had a 2 RBI single, and that tied the game at that point. Ronnie Mauricio came up in the 7th, hit a home run, gave us the lead that we held on to. That was a big hit for him. At the time, he was going to be mainly the everyday shortstop. He was seeming more comfortable. Still didn't like a lot of his swings in the at bats, a lot of the at bats that I saw, but hey, he rocked one in the 7th there, put us up, and we were able to hold on to the win. Um, Speaking of leaving the game on an injury, the single where Bichette uh, started, what would end up being the scoring inning, blasted one off the knee of Angels pitcher Walbert Urena, who was holding us down until then. Smacked him right on the knee, uh, bounced away. Bichette got on the first base, and they ended up taking this guy out of the game. Then he seemed okay, but I think they just didn't want to take chances with continuing with him. He's only like 22, real young. They probably just wanted to sit him down, figuring he had done enough for that evening. Even though that's when we scored all our runs once he left the game. So good start to the series. We take game one. I'll go back and talk more about these games. I'm just going to go through this quick. Game 2, Nolan McLean was a starter. Now he's been excellent so far this season. He only went 4 innings on Saturday. Gave up 6 hits. He had 6 Ks and 1 walk. The Angels scored on singles by Shanwell, Soler, and Adele. And on Adele's hit, the runner was Soler going to third. He was thrown out as Samuel was scoring, and replay showed that he got him out before the runner crossed the plate. For some reason, the Mets didn't challenge that. Obviously, ended up being the difference in the game. I mean, you never know how things could have turned out had that run not counted. But I mean, just the way our offense is not really scoring, uh, we have to take a look at that play there. I don't know, just the fact that it was so close. It's like you have to challenge on it. And I heard some interviews where Mendoza said that kind of put the blame on the replay guy, but just watching the play in real time, you have to know that it was so close that it deserved to be challenged. I I I don't get it. I don't know. I mean, maybe you don't want to use up your challenge so early in the game potentially if it wasn't overturned, but that's that's just not that's falling asleep at the wheel there in my book. Mets came back with a Austin Slater double, and he scored on a Bichette single. Then the Angels scored 2 more in the fourth on a walk, a single, a wild pitch by McLean, and then Vaughn Grissom single knocked those 2 guys in. Mets tied it in the seventh. Vientos with a leadoff double, Semien single. Ibanez had a sac fly. And then after that, Semien stole second, and Tyrone Taylor knocked him in with an RBI single. And then after that, we had the opportunity to tack on some more runs. Slater had a single, and then Mauricio came up, hit one down towards first base. Basically a foot race with the first baseman to get to the bag. Mauricio slid into first. He was first ruled out, and then they challenged the play, which revealed that he was safe. Unfortunately, on the play, his hand kind of struck the bag weird, and it was later ruled as a fractured thumb. He stayed in to run the bases, but he stayed in to run the bases. We didn't score anymore there. Bichette hit one in the infield. They got the force play at home, and then Soto struck out all with the bases loaded there. So after after we didn't score there, Mauricio was removed. They slid Bichette over to shortstop. Sorry, and then he finished the game there. Most likely, he's going to get the majority of the starts at shortstop. I mean, guy was just trying to learn third base, doing pretty well there. Now he's moving back to shortstop, which is his old position. Obviously, has a lot of experience there, so we should be okay. And then I'll touch more on that as well, just going forward, how that's going to look. So we had a tie game, get to the 10th again, and Mets fail to score. like I said a number of times, we've been in a bunch of these extra inning games, and scoring, especially in the top of that inning, you have to score. You have to score at least one run, or I mean, I don't know the exact odds of teams scoring in extra innings, but I would be willing to bet it's more than half the time when a team scores at least one run. It's just set up for that. And then, the Angels got a walk off on a bases loaded single against Adam Warren. I mean, it wasn't really his fault. He got him down to 2 outs, and then just had to had the batter with 2 strikes, and he just poked one in the outfield, and that's all it took to end the game. A couple other positives from the game: our bullpen really shut them down after McLean left. Myers, Brazoban, and Kimbrel combined for 5 scoreless innings. That's always good. I mean, the Angels aren't really a great team, but any positives that can come out of our bullpen, keeping the game tight, giving us an opportunity to win, is definitely a positive. Uh, when we lose, it seems to be in all type of different ways, but it wasn't the bullpen's fault this time. So, and we'll come back to this game. So the Mets lose 4-3 in game 2, 10 innings. On to game 3, Sunday afternoon. Clay Holmes came out. He was started for us. He's been solid. The experiment to put him in the starting rotation is definitely paying off. I mean, we even saw it last year. He was really settling in. It seemed like he maybe just tired towards the end of the season, but I mean, the whole team. I mean, it wasn't his fault that the whole team just couldn't win games down the stretch. But anyway, he started today. He went 6 2/3, only giving up 1 run, 4 hits, 6 Ks, and 3 walks. He walked the first 2 batters to start the bottom of the first inning, and then Soler hit an RBI single. That was it for the Angels scoring. That was it for the entire game. It would end up happening. But, Holmes shut him down after that. Down 1-0 early. Mets score 2 in the 4th. Benj walked, and then Vientos came up and hit a home run, 2-run home run. We scored again in the 8th. Scored 3 runs this time. Beatty got hit by a pitch, and Benj came up, knocked him in with a double, and then Vientos again, another 2-run home run. So, man, hopefully this is a sign of things to come. We've been waiting on this guy to, take that next step. I'm getting tired of talking about 2024 Vientos. We need that. I mean, obviously, we need him to do what he's shown have done before. It's like, just dismissed last year. I mean, he was okay last year, but not quite to the level that he was in 2024 and what we need him to be, especially if he's going to be playing first base often or DHing. I mean, he's the power bat that we need to have right now. Weaver and Raley combined for 2 1/3 with 5 Ks. And then also we saw some great defense in this one. Great defensive plays by Melendez in left field. Bichette had a really nice play where he was deep in the hole at shortstop. and then almost had another one, but Vientos couldn't hold the throw. It was actually called an error on Bichette, but he made a really nice play, and it's comforting knowing that he's still good at he's still capable at shortstop. We'll say that. And Benj, oh my God, this guy caught one at the wall. It wasn't a potential home run, but he was right close to the wall, jumped up, kind of a treacherous area to have to be jumping for a ball right against the wall. But he made it then, and then in the ninth inning, just completely laid out and snagged. It looked like it would have been a double if it hit. Um, kind of potentially allowing the Angels some life there in the ninth, but that play just kind of it was the second out, but it just ended the game. It seemed like it was over at that point. I'll tell you, this kid has looked really solid in the outfield in all three positions, left, center, and right field. Today he was in right field, but yeah, I mean, if he's getting there with the bat, but the defense has been there the whole time. Just the effort and the instincts that he's showing out there is it's really really a good sign that he's a gamer. He wants to play. He wants to win, and the way he laid out for that one in the ninth just exemplifies that. All right, so some thoughts on the series. Just I'll go game by game. I don't want to make too much of this series because we still have a lot of work to do. Game one, really, the main takeaway is just that Scott looked really solid. He had 8 strikeouts, no walks after having walked 5 and hit a batter in his previous outing. Uh, that was, I was hoping at the time we could just chalk it up to nerves, and it seemed to be the case. Or because he was out there dealing, he looked really good. He was making guys look definitely look lost with a lot of his stuff. Came out, got rocked right away with the home run, and then just settled down from there. And then the only other run was on the hit batter, 2 steals, and then Alvarez threw it away into the outfield trying to get Neto at third. Looked like he would have been out, but the throw was just, I mean, he could have been out with a good throw, but the throw was just way offline, and the guy just came in and scored. So great to see Christian Scott looking like he can contribute here. Second game, just the not challenging that play. Uh, it wound up being a difference in the game. I mean, we went to extra innings. Like I said, the sequence of events leading up to the 10th inning could have been different if we had not allowed that run to score. Anything different could have happened, but still, with the way that our offense is not scoring, we have to fight every run. There's really, I mean, how many opportunities you get to challenge plays on the scoring play? I mean, I could see not calling like a close play at one of the bases, but to allow a run by not challenging is just ridiculous. I don't know. I'm not going to believe any excuse or blaming replay guys. Just witnessing how close that play was, you have to challenge it. Uh, Even so, McLean, it was like the most runs he had given up in a start or something like that. But I mean, he looked okay to me. None of the hits he gave up were really like great contact. Maybe just like a couple hard hit singles. Um, I'm not worried about him at all. He seems like he's just going to use it to get better. Um, he had been a little wild with some of his sweepers. I mean, the movement on that thing is so nasty that I think if he can just control it a little better, kind of use it to his advantage more often. I mean, some of them just had such sick movement that there was no way the batter was gonna swing at them just because they were kind of starting like away to a right-handed batter and then just continuing to go away. It's the movement he puts on these pitches is crazy. If he could just kind of harness that in and pick his spots a little bit better, that guy's he's gonna be a great pitcher once he figures everything out. Um, Also in game two, the Mauricio injury. Now he's on the IL. He had a fractured thumb. That's why you don't want to be diving in the bases unnecessarily. I mean, I don't know, like there's always an argument whether that's the right play or not. Uh, Seemed to help since he's so tall that maybe just laying out got him there a tad quicker. Not, I don't really know. It was kind of weird play. The first baseman was also diving to the base. Uh, like I said, he's out, so that's our second shortstop we've lost. So it seems they're going to move Bichette over to shortstop. I think that's probably the best move and allows our lineup to be the most potent at the same time. Just put Beatty at third. I mean, even Vientos occasionally, depending on how they want to do the first base rotation. But I would prefer. I mean, they brought up that Brujan to kind of be the other shortstop, but I'm hoping we don't see him starting because we have to take every game seriously at this point. Also in game two, well, I've mentioned it here a number of times already. When you don't score in the top of the 10th, when you're the away team, you go to extra innings, you get the free second runner at second. You don't score, you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose. You gotta score there. If I can look at what happened exactly in the 10th, just to refresh my memory, Melendez started at second. Beatty reached on catcher's interference. Bichette hit into a double play right there, pushed Melendez over third. They walked Soto intentionally. Soto stole second, so he had the guy at second, but now with second and third with two outs, and then Alvarez popped out. Um, the double play right there is a killer. It's almost you'd almost rather not have the guy at first base, I guess, just to prevent the possibility or the likelihood of a double play there. But I mean, we're also batting in the top, so if we could get two guys to score, that would put even more pressure on the home team. But it just didn't happen. Double play took us out of the inning for the most part there. All right, game three, Holmes solid once again. He is now fourth in the majors with a 1.69 ERA, at least among qualified starters. Vientos with the 2 home runs. Benj RBI double and great defense. That was excellent to see from him. I really like it. Even the early struggles at the plate kind of soured a lot of people on him, and he still has a lot to prove, but the effort is definitely there. So take an interesting look here at basically the bottom feeders of Major League Baseball. Mets are still atop the bottom. Worst record still, 12-22. We are a half game worse than the Angels, coincidentally. So that that win would have put us past them, and we wouldn't have been the worst record anymore. Half game better than that are the Giants and Red Sox. And then further half game better than those teams are the Astros and the Rockies, who we will be facing starting Monday. No real reason to do it, but we'll bring up the NL East standing. You see the Braves are just killing it right now. They just beat up on the Rockies. Now they have a 8.5 game lead already. Marlins right there below 500. Nationals below 500. Phillies fired their manager, won a couple, so they're putting some distance between us and them. And Mets in the basement still, obviously. Can't worry too much about this. We just got to focus on righting the ship. Like I said before, try to get a winning month of May here, just to dig out from this hole a little bit. It's going to be tough, and unless we do the reverse, like with a 12-game winning streak to match our losing streak, we're just going to have to claw out of it little by little, trying to win series, at least 2 out of 3, no matter who we play against, and just approach it that way. So far behind at this point that you can't get overwhelmed, or at least the team can't get overwhelmed by trying to make it all up in one game or anything. We gotta just come out every night trying to win, find answers for some of the injury problems we've been hit with already. I know they're talking weather-wise. It's supposed to rain and snow out in Colorado. As much as I'd like to try to build on the momentum from this series, we left with a good feeling. I wouldn't mind if all the games were canceled, just to kick it down the line a little bit further. Maybe get some of our guys right, and then reset our pitching rotation. Highly unlikely that all 3 games get postponed, but it may be at least one of them, I think. But then that's going to hurt us because we'll end up having to play a doubleheader. So I don't know. Good to report on the series win, that's for sure. So I'll enjoy that for now, and then hope this is a somewhat of a turn in the right direction here. Just building some confidence within the lineup, especially, and then just trying to figure out where our pitching's at going forward. Okay, well, I'll give you guys a recap of the Rocky series once that's over. Might throw in some shorts videos. Never know. Whatever I feel like doing. All right. Hey, let's go Mets. All right. Good night.